Hey, it's me, AP, aka Mr. Movie Cheer, and welcome back to another video. And on this video, it is a tag response video for a horror all-nighter at the cinema topic that's doing the rounds on YouTube, in the YouTube movie community, which is really cool. I love these type of videos. And I had, the pleasure of being asked by my good buddy Ash from Popcorn and Horror. Ash has got a great channel. If you've not checked out Ash's channel already, do check it out. He's got a really great channel discussing the movies he enjoys, his physical media collection, superb, and he's the top guy. Ash has been involved in the channel here as well before, so do check out his channel if you haven't already. But yeah, Ash put me forward for this challenge, this movie challenge, to give 4 movies that I would like to experience. Horror movies, because it is October, Halloween season. So horror movies I'd like to experience on the big screen and an all-nighter. So 4 movies all in a row at the cinema. It sounds great, it sounds fun. So I've come to my picks. I've got 4 movies to discuss here. Let's get into it. Let's get to movie number 1. And I'm going to start off with this one. This is a classic for me. Lost Boys. Absolutely love this movie. I'll be honest, I probably mentioned it on the channel a few times. I wasn't a huge fan of this growing up. Wasn't really big into horror. And if you're new to the channel as well, I'm not a huge horror guy in general. I'm doing this October challenge at the moment, you know, the 31 Days of Horror. Not regularly a horror guy, not big into horror movies, but I'm kind of like testing the water. And Ash mentioned this in his video, you know, I'm not a big horror guy, and it's quite interesting to, you know, it's like tasting like a new flavour of ice cream, isn't it? You know, I'm used to tasting, you know, strawberry, chocolate, peanut butter or whatever, and then I get banana flavour. It's like horror is like it's this all new flavour. I've not experienced a film before, and it's quite cool. It's quite a fun genre, and I've enjoyed it so far. I've tested my limits on a few movies, but I've enjoyed it. But Lost Boys, getting back to this one, great movie. I wasn't a big fan growing up because I didn't really watch it. My sister and my dad used to love vampire movies, and they used to always say yeah, we love vampire movies. I was never into them, and my sister really enjoyed this one growing up. And as an adult, I've come to really, you know, watch it and really enjoy it. And I think it's great. I think it's a great story. You know, it's like a comedy horror movie, I'd say. Not like all in comedy, but you know, it's well, I suppose it is. It really, I think, you know, it's got a lot of good comedy moments in there. It's a great movie. I just think it's just the aesthetic of Lost Boys is just great. It's just a cool movie, I think, from start to finish. Very cool. I love it, and this would be my first pick to watch at an all-nighter at the cinema. The next movie is, so we're going to go now to, that was 1987, Lost Boys. We're going to go to this one now. Now, this is a bit of a hard pick, because I thought 4 movies at the cinema I'm going to watch. Do I want like a few classics in there? And I think, you know, Lost Boys is a classic, but I thought about this, and I'm going to say it, Dawn of the Dead. The director's cut here, the original Dawn of the Dead movie. Now, I will say, I do prefer, this may be a controversial opinion, that's why they call me Controversial Cheer sometimes. I actually enjoyed the remake, the Zack Snyder version of Dawn of the Dead. And it's not to say this is an awful version, because I watched this originally, I enjoyed the original version, I still do to this day. But there's something about that reboot, the remake, if you like. It really clicked with me. I think that maybe it's just a directing of Zack Snyder. I just really like that movie. I think it's a really good movie. But I thought, if I'm doing an all-nighter at the cinema, do you know what I need to? I think for me to really appreciate this even more so, the original, I've got to watch the original Dawn of the Apes, Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. Dawn of the Dead at the cinema. So I think we're going to throw this one in there. Like I said, it's not that I dislike this movie. I think it's because I just appreciate the other one more. So I think maybe watching it on the big screen, I may get a better experience, a more appreciation for the original cut, the original movie itself. So Dawn of the Dead, the original one, is going to be my second pick for this horror movie all-nighter. Next up, and that movie was 1978 as well. That's cool. Next, we're going to go to 1998 now. We're going to the 90s. And this is a movie I could not leave off the list. And this is horror action. I've spoke about this movie a ton of times on the channel before if you're a regular viewer. And that movie is Blade, starring Wesley Snipes. The very first Blade movie. Obviously, this was a part of the trilogy. And then Blade, the character of Wesley Snipes' character Blade, returned for the Deadpool and Wolverine movie recently. I think this movie is excellent. I think the trilogy isn't look, I need to rewatch the trilogy all in all. So this is one I kind of always go back to rewatching. I don't really go to Blade 2 or Blade Trinity all that often, but I need to give it all a rewatch. But I have heard good things about the trilogy all in all. Not that I have seen it, but not in a good while altogether. But the original Blade movie is just a classic for me. I think, the opening scene when it's like that bloodbath, it's superb. Wesley Snipes as Blade, the half man, half vampire. He's a daywalker. I'm a bit of a daywalker as well. When I like to take a walk, I like to take a little stroll in the day. Crickets. I was thinking to myself earlier today, can I throw in a cheap gag? And I thought that's my cheap gag, and it didn't even work. I should have put more work into it, guys. I'm sorry, it wasn't planned out. But yeah, he's a daywalker Blade. He's just a badass, isn't he? He's just from the front cover here. He looks like an absolute badass. He was built for this role. Wesley Snipes as well, in that era, the 90s era, Demolition Man, another great movie. He was just in the prime of movie making. I think that was his prime, that era. I love this movie. I think it's super. I would actually love to see a Blade 4, if I'm being honest. I'd be down for that. I'd be, they're on about recasting it and doing a Marvel new MCU version of Blade. I'm down for Wesley Snipes returning. R-rated, new version of Blade, just continue the original story or set in a different universe. Give us a new Blade movie with Wesley Snipes. That's what I want to see. So that's my third one for this all night. Now the fourth one is a movie I don't actually own in physical because it is a relatively new movie. I've been watching it this month with this 31 Days of Horror Movie Challenge. What is the movie? The movie is Army of Darkness. 1992, Sam Raimi directed, Bruce Campbell starring as Ash, the third movie in the Evil Dead movie series. I'm kind of like, with the Evil Dead, I like the first movie is obviously more horror, then it drifts into horror comedy. This movie is definitely horror comedy fantasy, I would say. But it's definitely got that horror element in, so that's why I'd like to see. But I think it is superb. I think it's a movie straight away that clicked with me. I think it's something like the medieval, the knights and stuff like that. I can gel with them like type of movies. It really clicks with me. It always reminds me of like Last Crusade with the knights and stuff. And something about Army of Darkness, I just think it was really great. I thought it was a really funny movie, just a well-made movie from top to finish. It's just, I think certain movies just really don't click with you. And Army of Darkness clicked with me straight away. And I watched the extended version. And I am going to be picking this up on physical, so don't be alarmed, physical media fans. I am going to be getting a copy of this. I'm going to start Horror Movie Shelf. That's my new goal. And yeah, so Army of Darkness, superb film. It is just, I think it's just like so fun to watch. And I think, like I said, I watched the extended version, the longer version. There is, my good friend Philip Coghill mentioned there was a few different variations, few cuts. I like the version I like the ending with the S-Mart. Is the S-Mart version where he's in the shopping mall again. I think that is a better version than the extended one where it's like it goes back into future dystopian London. I think it's just a better version, a better ending. Personally, I just like it. It's more fun. But overall, I think it's a cracking movie. Really great. So there are my four movies. So we got, again, just to go over that, we got Lost Boys, the original Dawn of the Dead, Blade, and Army of Darkness. They are my movies for my horror all-nighter at the cinema. Let me know your choices in the comments below as well. I just want to say a big thank you to my buddy Ash for putting me forward for this tag response. So thank you very much, Ash. And again, check out his channel, Popcorn and Horror, superb channel and a top guy as well. And also, I want to do as well, tag some other people in this. So I'm just going to say this in advance. Zero pressure to do a video if you obviously don't get around to do it, no pressure. And also, I don't know whether you've been nominated already, so apologies if you have been nominated. So first of all, I want to go through two tags, and I'm going to go through my friend, my buddy Philip Coghill, who has been featured on the channel many a times. Top guy, top channel, Philip Coghill. I'd love to hear his picks on this. And I'd also like to choose Ben, aka Rider Rated 18 from Instagram. Either way, like I said, lads, if you get a chance, it'd be great to hear your picks to both Philip and Ben. But if you don't get around to it, there's zero pressure, guys. I totally understand. But yeah, they are my picks. They are my tags as well for this. Like I said, folks, let me know some of your picks for your horror movie all-nighters. What would you do? A night at the cinema, 4 movies on the big screen. What are you going to watch? Let's talk about it. Put it in the comments. Thank you very much for watching this video today. If you enjoyed this video, please do give it a like and subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. And and check out my horror movie challenge. The update videos I've been putting on the channel as well. If you're interested in putting them on Instagram and on the YouTube channel as well, daily photos of what I've been watching. But yeah, thank you very much for watching this video today, ladies and gents. Remember to spread a bit of movie cheer, and as always, I will see you next time.